Hello friends, welcome to PrepMate classes. In this lecture, we are going to learn about Mahajanpads, their formation, administration and some important Mahajanpads of ancient India. Let's get started. The Sanskrit translation of Mahajanpads literally means great kingdoms. The Mahajanpads started emerging around 600 BC, were transformed into sovereign units by 550 BC and survived till around 400 BC. They evolved from Jans and Janpads and were 16 in number. The discovery of iron led to development of better weapons, which gave rise to the warrior classes. Mahajanpads established armies and widened their area of influence through territorial conquests. Iron implements brought revolutionary changes in the field of agriculture. Surplus produce led to the diversification of occupations. This led to development of towns where people practiced alternate occupations like trade, sword making, etc. Depending upon the type of administration, Mahajanpads were divided into republic and monarchy. In a republic, the Mahajanpad was ruled by one clan or a confederacy of several clans with their own independent armies. An assembly consisting of ruling members of all the clans took decisions on important matters. The society was unorthodox with an absence of Brahminic influence. The leadership of the clans was based on merit rather than heredity. Important republics included Kamboj and Mala. In a monarchy, the Mahajanpad was ruled by a king, who was assisted by a council of ministers. The position of the king was based on heredity. The major decisions were taken by the king. The society was orthodox in nature. Varna system existed and Brahmins performed rituals to assert the king's authority. Thus, Brahmins held a powerful position in the society. Important monarchies included Magda and Vatsa. In the map, you can see the location of 16 Mahajanpads. Let us now discuss some important Mahajanpads. Gandhar. This Mahajanpad was located in the present-day regions of Kabul and Peshawar, with its capital at Taxila. It was an important channel of communication with Iran and Central Asia and was the home of Taxila University. Pukasati was an important ruler who sent emissary to court of Bimbisara and defeated Pradyut, the king of Avanti. Kuru. Located in region of modern Haryana, Delhi and UP, the capital of this Mahajanpad was Indraprasth. The kings who ruled over Kuru belonged to the Yudhishthira Gotra. It shifted from a monarchy to a republican form of government. Kosala. With the capital at Sravasti, this Mahajanpad was located in the modern-day Awadh region of UP. It was ruled by kings belonging to the Ikshvaku clan, of which the important ones were Lord Rama, Prithu, Harishchandra and Dilip. Dilip was said to have been one of the most righteous and chivalrous emperors. King Prasenjit shared cordial relations with Magad due to matrimonial alliance. Kosala was annexed by Ajatashatru and assimilated into Magad. Vaji. Located in present-day Bihar in the north of river Ganga, the capital of the Republic of Vaji was Vaishali. It consisted of 8 clans or Ashtkula, which formed 8 distinct and independent confederacies. The important clans were Lichachavis, Videhans, Vriji and Vaji clans. It was annexed by Ajatashatru and assimilated into Magad. Vatsa. The capital of the monarchy of Vatsa was at Kasambi, and Vatsa was located in the region comprising districts of Allahabad and Mirzapur. Kasambi was connected to Ujjain by a major trade route, and Vatsa itself witnessed prosperous trade and commerce. The ruler of Vatsa, King Uddayan, declared Buddhism as the state religion of Vatsa. Avanti. Avanti, which was ruled by the Pradyut dynasty, was located in the present-day Malwa region of Madhya Pradesh. The capital of the northern part was Ujjaini, which was located on river Shipra, and that of the southern part was Maheshmati, which was located on the banks of river Narmada. The northern and the southern parts were divided by the Vindhyas mountains. Avanti was an important Buddhist center. It was eventually captured by Shishunaga of Magad. Magad. Magad was located in modern-day Bihar, bordered by river Ganga in north and river Son in west. Its initial capital, Rajgriha, was later shifted to Patliputra. Magad Empire was ruled by 4 dynasties, namely the Haryankas, the Shishunagas, the Nandas and the Mauryans. Magad was the most powerful of the Mahajanpads because of the following factors. The availability of rich iron and copper deposits enabled the manufacture of high-grade weapons and agricultural implements. Magdans were the first to induct elephants into standing army. The kingdom was surrounded by hills and rivers were far off from western borders where most of the foreign invaders entered India. Magad stood on fertile alluvial plains. Adequate revenue was generated for the state and the tax laws were very lenient. The society was unorthodox with Aryans and non-Aryans living in communal harmony. Magad possessed skilled and intelligent personalities like Kautilya and Jivika. Now, let us analyze what we have learned from this lecture by answering a couple of questions. Question number 1. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. The leaders of the republic were chosen on the basis of heredity only. It is incorrect because the leaders of republic were chosen on the basis of merit. Statement number 2. The society overlooked the role of Brahmins in a monarchical Mahajanpad society. It is also incorrect because Brahmins held esteemed positions in monarchical Mahajanpad society. Hence, the correct answer is D. Question number 2. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. The Ishkwaku kings belong to the lunar line of kings. It is incorrect because the Ishkwaku kings belong to the solar line of kings. Statement 2. Vaji was ruled by a confederacy of 9 clans. It is also incorrect because Vaji was ruled by a confederacy of 8 clans called Ashtkula. Thus, both these statements are incorrect, so the correct answer is C. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you. For best learning, you can watch this video along with PrepMates Engage UPSC series, which is available online as well as offline. Book features: complete subject in a single book with practice and past year questions at the end of the chapters. Model answers for UPSC mains from authors. Using the application PrepMate and web portal prepmate.in, you can access comprehensive digital support in form of videos, mock prelims, answer writing practice and regular updates.